Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about intersection and unions of sets. Now, before we talk about it, we want to first talk about the different symbols and notation we're going to be dealing with, right? The intersection of two sets is we're dealing with the part that connects them. So we're going to use this symbol, the and symbol. Okay, and the union symbol we're going to be dealing with is upside down. Okay, now the intersection is talking about the part that they share in common. When these two sets overlap, they intersect and they share that portion in the middle in common. That's known as the intersection of these two sets. So let's say that we have sets A, B, and we have some numbers here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Numbers 1, 2, and 3 belong to set A, and 3, 4, and 5 belong to set B. Notice how both of these sets, or both of these circles, have the 3 in common. That's the part that intersects, right? This is the part that overlaps between the two. I can write this like set A has the elements 1, 2, and 3, and set B has the elements 3, 4, and 5. Notice how they both have a 3 in common, and that's why the intersection of these two, the part that overlaps, is a 3. Now, when we're referring to union, we're talking about uniting these two sets together, right? If we were to unite these two sections together, what values do we have? Well, we would have everything in A and everything in B. So if I were to write the notation here, let's say we're dealing with the intersection of A and B. This is where they overlap. The parts that they have in common would be just 3. And for A or B, the union, we're talking about everything in A, 1, 2, 3, and everything in B, 3, 4, 5. Right? We're uniting both sets and combining them into one. So a word I would associate with this one would be the overlap, or what they share in common. And for union, I would talk about uniting these two together. Uniting or everything together. So let's do a few examples so that we can see how do we look at different sets, different diagrams, Venn diagrams, and let's put some practice into this. Feel free to pause the video at any moment, write down some notes, or just listen through it. So here we have two scenarios. I want to look at set A and B, and I want to look at the intersection, right? This symbol reminds me of the and symbol. That means that we're looking for all the values that are in both in A and in B. What do these two have in common? Now, you can write the sets in here. You can write the values. You can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Notice how 1, 2, 3, and 4 are in circle A, and 2, 4, 5, and 6 are in circle B. 2, 4, 5, and 6. I wrote 2 and 4 in the middle because both 2 and 4 appear in both sets. Okay, now if I'm looking for the intersection, I'm looking for the part that overlaps. What do these two sets share in common? Well, they share the 2 and the 4 in common. They share this base. This is the intersection of the sets. So the set here involves 2 and 4 for the intersection. What about the union? The union is combining both sets together. I'm going to look at everything. All of this, or just all of that in one big circle. What does that look like? Well, it's literally every number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Even though 2's and the 4's repeat themselves, I only have to write the terms once, because it's the same number in both circles. It's not a different 2 or a different 4. And that's basically it. Now I can do a few more examples. If this is good enough, feel free to pause it. If not, let's do another one so you can give it a try yourself. Okay, so here we have a scenario with two sets. We want to find the intersection A and B, right? This is the intersection. Which numbers are both in A and in B? And those are the three here in red. We have numbers 2, 5, and 11, right? They're in this circle, and they're also in this circle. That's the intersection. Now the union, we're talking about all the values in both combined, right? The example I like to think about for union is when people are getting married, they say, we are gathered here today to celebrate the union of these two people in holy matrimony, or something like that, right? The union of these two people means you're going to bring everything from them and everything from the other person, and you're going to bring it together into one household, right? So if you live in different houses, when you get married and move in together, or, you bring everything from your house, he brings everything from his house, and then the union of your house is all the items in one place. So the union here is literally every number that you see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There is no 9, right? There's a 10. There is an 11, a 12, a 13, 14, and I'm running out of number space here. There's a 21, right? These are all the elements in the union of these two, right? When you combine both of them, this is what we're left with. So, how do we remember both of them? The intersection, or the and, is where it's in both circles, the part that overlaps. And the union is what you get when you unite or combine both circles. And that's when you get the most number of elements. I hope this has helped. Please let me know if you have any questions. And as always, we'll calculate.